right, let's see here. Victor, how you doing this evening? The connections. Let's go. All right, shirt's on right. Let's see. Question J. He's like TikTok. Oh man. No worries to lie. Kirk, what's going on? Holy cow. No more. Mr. Hockett, how you doing this evening? Cuff and stuff, sir. How you doing? Michael Garrett. Well, you gotta be patient. I have other things going on around the house. Gotta shoo everybody away so I can start the live stream. So there's gonna be some noise in the background for a few moments while Taste Tester number 1 finishes doing the dishes. But other than that, how's everybody doing? How was everybody? No, we got 5. All right, Raul Flores, what's going on? Mr. Hockett, good. Well, this evening I am drinking this Smirnoff Zero Sugar Infusion. This is a cucumber lime. I actually don't like this cucumber lime one as much as I like the watermelon and mint one, but we gotta finish it up. So, Andrew, Wozniak? How do you say that? Michael Garrett, what's going on? Paul, how you doing this evening, sir? Twin Eats, what it do indeed? Kurt, what's happening with you, brother? A couple more days, I'll be ready. Chef Bam Bam, how you doing this evening? East Coast Tony, what's up, man? Long time no talk to, right? Again, sorry. Taste Tester number 1 is doing the dishes, so you'll probably hear that. Hey, if you haven't already, please hit that thumbs up button for me. I'd greatly appreciate it. So, what were we supposed to be talking about tonight? What were we supposed to be talking about? I don't even remember. Oh, asking for feedback. There we go. As you can see, Taste Tester number 2 over there. What are you doing? Don't do that. Don't stand in front of the air conditioner.
I was looking for my phone.
It's over here on the counter.
I remember I put it on the couch.
Kirk, that's what's up. The whole time. Randy from Omaha. How you doing this evening? I don't know, Chef. I am a firm believer. I don't really start watching football, checking out what's going on until week 1. I don't get into the preseason stuff. I just don't. I have to, like, I need to focus once the season starts. That's me. I don't know. I have not looked into it. All right, so I started to say, if you haven't already, please hit that thumbs up button for me. I'd greatly appreciate it. So not only does it make me feel better as a person and, put myself out there on the internet, it really does help the channel and help these videos. So I would greatly appreciate it if you could hit that thumbs up button for me. All right. So let's see. Who else do we have on the live stream this evening? Chef Bam, Kurt, Chef Bam Bam again, East Coast Tony, Twin Eats, how you doing? Paul, say hi. Andrew, all right. I think I got everybody. Let's see, Mr. Mr. Hockett, perfect. So, Mr. Hockett says, on the subject, asking for feedback. One of the reasons I like this channel is because of the positive way you respond to feedback. Lord knows, Lord knows, the internet can be very negative. I'll cheers to that, brother. He hurt himself. You guys want to see him like hobbling in pain?
No. Why?
Because it's funny.
No, stop.
oh. All right, back to me. All right, so let's see. So on the subject, so Mr. Hockett, I will be completely honest with you. I have grown a very thick skin, and that's just not because I'm fat. I've been on the internet for a very, very long time. Not testosterone number one should know by now. I'm very self-deprecating. You know what that means, testosterone number one? All right. I have no problem making fun of myself, but I've grown a thick skin, and I've had to. The good thing is, I cut my teeth doing things that were not barbecue related. So then when I put myself out there to do barbecue related things, I was better prepared for the constructive and the not so constructive criticism that folks were willing to give, that no one asked for. All right, now, when I was talking specifically about feedback, I was really talking about feedback from your customers, but this does, parlay, and one does, one kind of washes the other. One hand washes the other with this particular situation. Now, I would tell you that up here, I'm thinking something way different than I put on the screen here. Now, there are times when I'm just like, you know what? Time for me to tactfully rip this person a new one, okay? But I do it tactfully, and I always want to appear to be the bigger person. Now, usually, that's just my quick-witted nature, and that's just me being a a-hole, all right? But those things being said, I deal with, you look, if you want this shit and try to put me out there, I'm coming for your throat. And this is my channel. This is my channel. So you leave a comment that I don't like, oh, it's on. Yeah, I take pleasure in doing that. It's like, oh, you wanna snap, you wanna snap the clapbacks on in my comments be real sometimes, all right? All right, so let's see. Kurt says he has a big car show. He's catering next Sunday. I should ride through. I'm not sure if I'm gonna be able to come down that way, Kurt. I have to see what I can do. I have something to do in Philadelphia on Saturday, and afterward, I don't know what I'm gonna be doing on Sunday. All right, Dirt Vert, how you doing this evening? Swig and Smoke, what's going on with you, man? South Texas Ranger, or Rover rather. How you doing, man? It's been a minute. Luke Calamatis, hey yo. Thanks, homie. You have helped me so much with this business in the last 4 months. Well, Sean, that's what's up. Thank you, sir. Que pasa, raza? Nada que paso. All right. Oh, I'm fat. I'm not fluffy. I'm fat. What's up, Chuck? Oh, Eric, yo hablo un poquito español. 333 method. All right. Victor, I'm sorry to hear that, but I do appreciate you popping in and hanging out. Spend a lot of time answering people's questions on the internet to help out, and a lot of also trolling the hell out of people's questions. It is a gift and a curse. You're absolutely right. So, South Texas Ranger, are you on Reddit? Is that where you answer people's questions? Because I've recently discovered the whole sub YouTube culture. Sub YouTube, I don't even know. It's not even a channel. It's just I've been rabbit holes, the word I was looking for, of not comments, but Reddit posts that are read. Yo, I can watch 4 hours of that a day. It's bad. I will watch that stuff all day long, and sometimes I'll be darn near in tears, and other time I'll be yeah, that's what they get. All right, Calvin. What's up, Uncle Calvin? Loiter's going to Lloyd. You're absolutely right, Lou. Uh-oh, he has a stick. Grill Sergeant, that's what's up, sir. Hey, Kurt, don't make me ban you, dog. Rich, how you doing this evening? Eric, don't you dare. Don't start. You can get banned with him, too. Yes. So Lou, that was the point I was trying to make. Lou says, I love hearing what people like and don't like. It helps them out with the future cooks. So I got my feedback from my friends, people I trusted in the beginning before I started selling food to other folks. So that's usually the path I suggest to you as someone who is cooking for someone else. You have to take the good with the bad, and just keep in mind there are going to be people who do not like what you cook. Period. Oh man. Dude, I already know about the Reddit rabbit hole. I'm in too deep already. Kent, what's going on, man? Brandon, how you doing this evening? What's happening, y'all? He says. Still trying to learn how to use Reddit. I really don't understand it that much. All I do is click on it. Sometimes read something good. Good. Sometimes I read something horrendous. Well, Rich, what I do is there are people who aggregate the better posts on Reddit, like someone asks a question and people answer and reply to it. There are people who aggregate those on YouTube. Yeah. The only thing is probably like 95% of the aggregation is done with a computer voice, and the computer voice mispronounces things. You know, like the word lame is like lame. He was a lame, and he did this or he did that. Like another one that's pretty popular as far as the mispronouncing is Wi-Fi. It's Wi-Fi. All right. My taste test number one is cracking up over there. And then one of the other things too is funny. They omit reading words. Like, you know that drug that starts with an M and ends in an F? They don't ever say that together in a sentence. It'll be like such and such was an M head. And they'll put like asterisks in the word on the screen. Yeah, there's some funny stuff. Curse words. It's not F this, it's duck that. So it's just funny. All right. So Mr. Hawkins says, please remember to hit that like button. I greatly appreciate it. Daddy Dutch says he drafted Zach Ertz. Yes, you get to stay, Kent. Unfortunately, he was my next tight end to grab on my fantasy league, and someone snapped him up 2 picks in front of me. So I was pissed. Kirk, I don't think I would miss you. Nope. Nope, wouldn't miss you at all. New Orleans fan for life. I wonder who he's rooting for. Hunkering down for Dorian here in South Carolina. Well, Brandon, hopefully you just get rain, my friend. That's what it looks like. And you're a little inland, aren't you? I'm finishing out this bottle. It wasn't much left in there. All right, so South Texas Rover. All right, he says honest feedback from his clients is actually hard to come by. It's usually always politely positive and hard to get a real opinion. People who have no qualms dishing out opinions usually have no clue. Now that I'll agree with, because the people who I won't say you want to please, but the people who are displeased most are the ones that know the least. The people who complain the most are the ones that know the least. The people who are the most demanding, they have no idea what goes into doing this barbecue thing whatsoever. All right, so let's see. Brandon says, yeah, more Midlands, but you never know which way this thing will shift. So Brandon, I've learned a lot about the weather in the last couple of days watching this storm, and because of the high pressure system that's like over and about Bermuda, that's what's making the storm turn out towards sea, and I think it's going to turn more out towards sea. So the center of the storm, the worst of it, is going to be more, I won't say inland, but outland or over the ocean, and I think you're going to get a lot more outer bands of rain. Questa J, hey yo man, how you doing? How's everything? All right. Questa J says, hi everyone. Look, I'll wait for him. Hi everyone. He's like the new kid in the classroom. Hi. Jester, I'm good, man. How you doing? You're okay drafting Ertz, but you still can't say the Eagles suck, though. That's just not how this works. What? And, you know, even a broken clock is right twice a day is usually how I respond to that one. Again, I apologize for the dish noises. Really? Really? I mean, yeah, yeah. Really? Let's see how long it takes me to figure out we're looking at them.
I already know what you're looking at.
Okay. All right. This is real life in my house. You guys think? Come on, dude. Like, come on. For real. See, now he's just playing. Gosh, wash the daggone pot and get out the kitchen. Don't forget, the beans in the pan need to be put away. All right. Cup and stuff. That's what's up, man. Thank you. Just let me know when it goes in the mail so I can make sure to check the box. I do check the box at least 2 to 3 times a week. I typically always make sure to check the P.O. box on Wednesdays prior to the live stream, just in case. Thursdays, I normally do not get to check the P.O. box because of the fact that I go into work late and the post office doesn't open up until after I'm already past. And, of course, it closes before I get back home. So, then a lot of times on Saturdays, I'm busy doing things. So normally Monday, Wednesday, Friday are typically when I check the P.O. box, but I try to check it as often as possible. This is all right. So Kirk says he always gets a kick out of your shirts. He said my dude is always styled. Rich says, bro, at least your kids are doing the dishes. Mine only dirty them. Well, how old are your kids now, Rich? Your kids aren't old enough yet. Did you start catering parties with the Weber Smoky Mountain? No. Sean, I started catering. Actually, I never catered a party technically. Well, I guess that's not right because people were ordering food. Like I remember vividly for Super Bowl one year, I cooked a whole bunch of briskets. For Super Bowl one year, and I did them off of the drums. I used two steel drums, and I cooked. I've never actually cooked on the Weber Smoky Mountain. I have. That Weber Smoky Mountain was just given to me, the shell. There are no grates in it, and I don't even think there's like the charcoal basket or a fire ring or anything in it. So that's why I haven't done anything with it. So yeah. Kirk, no problem, Kirk. I figured it out. Buona noche. Todo bem? Yeah, Dutch, you do. Are you on Instagram, Kent? Oh no. I hope the channel's not lagging. Oh boy. Alright, Dutch, hit me up on Instagram, man. That's, send me pictures that way. Dude, use the squeegee and put it into the so then you can clean out the pot too. Did I start barrel smoking? Yeah, ugly drum. Yes. The first one I built. Okay, yeah. Kent, you got my information on Facebook. You're right. All right. Oh no. Sean says he asked because he started a business of baking with his Oklahoma Joe. So how's that going for you? Dude, I just wish he would hurry up. I know we're like 20 minutes into this. All right, well, thank you guys. So Sean, do you think that you have outgrown the Oklahoma Joe? Do you need more space? Like what are you getting at here? Like what's the progression? All right, and then I guess more to ask on topic. Oh, Mr. Hockett, no. Mr. Hockett, maybe you're having an issue on your end. Is your Wi-Fi okay? All right, so Sean says he's doing 15 pounds a week and sold out in 2 days. That's great, man. Get to the point where you sell out all the time. That bottom pan might have some juices in it. You might want to pour it out first. You might want to just hold the whole thing together. Just put the whole thing in the trash. All right. Well, Sean, that does sound pretty awesome. So you're just doing like 1 or 2 pork bellies and then slicing it up for bacon. Like, how are you? Yeah, like explain this to me. How are you doing what you're doing? So you're getting pork bellies and curing it yourself, and then you smoke it. Like, what's going on? How do you do it? You have a mechanical slicer. You're slicing stuff by hand. Inquiring minds, man, want to know. All right, so getting another smoker, expanding. Okay. All right, so and then while Sean's typing that out, I guess back on topic. How do you guys get feedback from the people you're cooking for, or like friends and family? Easiest way is to just say, hey, look, tell me what you think. If you liked it, like seriously, hey, can you leave me, leave me some feedback on my Instagram, leave me some feedback on my Facebook page if you are so inclined to have one of those. Send me an email, shoot me a text and tell me what you thought. Whatever the case may be, you can usually take that information and you can repost it like to Instagram. Nothing is going to promote you like you're going to promote you. And if you have someone's positive feedback, you can take that positive feedback and you can repost that. So if any of you guys are following me on Instagram, I actually got some nice feedback over the weekend from an event I did 2 weeks ago. The guy hit me up, and I will probably be posting that a little bit of feedback tomorrow. Also got feedback from, now of course, if they're in an event and I'm sitting at the event, oh man, Mr. Hockett. Well, one of the things I can tell you is, unfortunately, because of the fact that this is live, it's a little out of my control. I don't know whether or not you might be able to reset something on your phone, but from where I am on the East Coast to where you are on the West Coast, I'm sure there's a lot of interference in between, and I apologize. So I guess, how about this? We'll check in every now and again, and is the live stream still good for everybody else? Everybody hearing me loud and clear for the most part? But what I was talking about was trying to get feedback. So I had 2 events this past weekend. One I delivered food to, who was a coworker. John from Drive Crash, what's going on? So coworker, female coworker, they were having a small get together at her house, her and her husband. Her husband does barbecue. Her husband actually watches the channel. So she actually started watching the channel, which was pretty cool, but it just so happened we were talking, and she's like, oh, my husband's really into barbecue, and she starts telling me all about, her husband, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, oh, okay, cool. She said, well, he watches someone from Baltimore, yada, yada. I'll see, who it is. Come to find out, her husband watches my channel. So I sent home like some business card, like a sticker or 2 and a magnet. I'm like, hey, here, give this to him. Tell him I said thank you for watching. But with this past weekend, he wanted a brisket, and this video will be out next week. He wanted the halal brisket. So I cooked the halal brisket for him, and that video, like I said, will be out next week. Just a preview, I cooked a halal brisket, a regular choice brisket. I cooked a bone-in pork shoulder, and I cooked boneless pork shoulder. And you're probably like, how'd you cook pork and cook brisket that's supposed to be halal? That just doesn't work. Well, the whole thing is I ended up using 2 smokers. All right, just to give you guys a quick preview. Just want to say thank you for popping on the live stream. So yeah. All right, so Kirk says, all right, Mr. Hawkins says he refreshing is good. All right, thank you, sir. Kirk says big events, you get a few people who will go out of their way to tell you about the food, but most people just grab and go. You're absolutely right. A lot of times, or more often than not, if someone doesn't like something, they will be the first person to let you know, but there are nice people that will tell you. Like I've told you guys before, I catered a wedding, and I was talking about my friend James and Rose. So at my friends James and Rose's wedding, I catered a wedding, and the guy broke his neck to come find me. He said, you did the barbecue? And I'm like, yes. He's like, I think it was pretty good. I'm like, okay, I'll bite. Pretty good. And he's like, yeah, I could have used more sauce. I said, well, sir, there's sauce at the end of the table. Ah, why didn't you tell me? Bro, it's in a mason jar labeled barbecue sauce. Like, what do you want me to do? So he dinged me. He basically came at my throat because the pulled pork didn't have enough sauce on it for him. And like I said, I've talked to you guys about this before. I can't put sauce on it so to the point that it's drowning. I put a little bit of sauce on it, just enough, right, to give you that sauce flavor that help it re-moisturize or introduce or reintroduce some moisture back into everything. But I'm not drowning my pulled pork in sauce. It's not sopping in sauce. So it's at the end of the table. So yeah, you can't please everybody. Let's see. East Coast Tony says he cooks just for the love of barbecue and the feedback. That's what's up. Sean says he gets 2 to 3 bellies a week. Cure it for 7 days in a vacuum sealed bag with a dry rub on it. 7 days, rinse and let dry for 24 hours in a refrigerator. Average smoked to 150 degrees. Slice on a slicer, vacuum seal, and sell. Mr. Hawkins says he does as well. He just wants to know his food is good. Don't we all want to know our food is good? Lou says sauces on the side. No soup for you. Victor says the delay is fine, just doesn't time them off. Kind of like watching a foreign film that's been translated to English. So sorry to hear that. So I don't think I already told you guys. At one point, I wanted to be a ventriloquist. Random, I know. Not everybody wants as much of sauce. You're absolutely right. Plus, when you're proud of your meat, you don't need that much sauce. You're correct. Veterans Barbecue. What's going on? How you doing this evening? Sometimes it kills me how different everyone's taste buds judge. Oh my gosh, Lou. Dude, you know what the easiest way I've just had to come to the realization? Barbecue is like beer. Beer is so subjective. And you're like, there's a million different beers out there. Why? And you know what's even funnier? People will judge you based on the beer you drink, based on their opinion of the beer that you're drinking, and ding you for it. What? Yo, I'm drinking this beer for a reason. Or I'm drinking this beer just because that's what I like. I'm drinking this beer because my father drank this beer. Or my uncle drank this beer. Or my grandfather drank this beer. And this was what I grew up drinking. So I have a sentimental value attached to this beer. Even though this is the nastiest beer out there. They drinking Milwaukee's Beast. Milwaukee Beast. The Milwaukee Best, which is like, I used to work at a beer and wine store. You could get Beast for cheaper than you could soda. But sometimes people was broke, and that's all that they could afford. And that's what they drank. So, yeah, subjective. Mr. Hawkins says he likes sauce for dipping. It will burn the taste bitter if applied during the cook. At certain points, you can apply sauce. It depends. So you have to be careful. Let's see. John says he had the best feedback this Sunday while catering. He got because a couple ate his food. And someone else catering. Wait, best feedback this Sunday was a catering I got because the couple ate my food at someone else's catering. Oh, okay. Well, that's great, John. I've done that too. I've had that too. And like every event, I look or I hope to get another event from that first event. Lucy says I'm driving to an Oktoberfest. Hope you like it. You're spot on, dude. Man, I tell you. It's crazy. It's crazy. Everyone has an opinion. You know what they say about opinions. Everybody's got one. All right? Just like, you know what? Ding for the type of car you drive. Yeah, now, Darian, I do ding folks for the type of cars they drive because friends just don't let friends drive Hondas. Nah. But I'm sure there are people who judge me because I drive a Volkswagen. Now, there are people, of course, who is like, that's a German car. Volkswagen. There are negative connotations associated with Germans and Volkswagen. I get it. But you know what? I tell you what, you drive yourself a German car, you'll understand why I drive a German car. Boom. That's it. Now there are things and there are times when I dread driving said German car, but there are other times when I'm just like, man, I'm doing 95, almost 100, cruising like nothing because this vehicle was designed to cruise at 150. Like, yeah, over engineered for a reason. Caden, what's going on, sir? You're early today. Speaking of beer, Oktoberfest, working on third. All right. Well, that's what's up, Kurt. Oh boy, here we go, Caden. Larry, how you doing? It's been a minute since I've seen you on the live stream, I think. Caden says he judges me because I drive a Ford. It's okay, Caden. You know, we all can't drive superior vehicles like myself. All right? Lou, nail on the head. He said, uh-oh, he has an Accord. We're no longer friends. Larry, that's what's up, man. Congratulations. That's all right. D says he drives a Ford. He judges himself. It's okay. You don't have to. There's no need. We don't pass judgment here, fellas and ladies. Any ladies in here this evening? 8 or 21 of you guys. 21 of you guys decided to hang out with us with me this evening, and I want to take a moment to say thank you. If you haven't already, please hit that thumbs up button for me. I'd greatly appreciate it. Not only does it help me feel better about myself, it really does help the channel. Okay? So, Andrew says, hey there, nothing wrong with a Honda. Okay. Sean says Chevy all day. Who's gonna bail me out of my midlife crisis? Hey, you know, who's gonna bail me out of my mid-cook crisis on Instagram? I got you, Lou. Don't worry. You know what? Don't worry, man. I got you. Now, remember, you instigated this because you told me you drove a Honda. You could have just kept quiet. You could have just kept quiet, and I would have been none the wiser. All right, so Russell says, love your videos. You're giving a lot of good info. Is it profitable, or do you think it can support you? So I tell you what, I ran my business successfully, and I used solely the money from my business to, now mind you, I cut a lot of things out, and I did without for a while, but I ran my business successfully for a year and a half on the proceeds of my business. Now that also included my daughter, who at the time was in daycare. I was spending $135, almost $150 a week paying for her to go to daycare. So I had to make enough money to pay that off the rip. Then I had to put fuel in my vehicle, pay my cell phone bill every month because I was running my business through my phone. I put fuel in gas in my wife's vehicle every week. I put food on the table, so aside from the times when I was cooking and I would have a little extra and then we would eat, or I would take the proceeds of whatever I made that particular day and I would get dinner for us, or I would take us out to dinner. It's sustainable, but the way I was doing it really wasn't. I was running myself a little too thin because I would make $200 and spend $185, or I would make $200 or $250. My expenses off the rip would be like $175 a week. So of that $200, I had $25 to $50 to play with to seed my next week. It just wasn't healthy. Let's put it that way. Now, how I got past that was taking on catering jobs. Okay, catering jobs, and the catering jobs is what really boom, that's where your profit is, because if I'm cooking 3 racks of ribs and it costs me for charcoal and blah blah blah, by the time you use the same one fire to cook 6 racks of ribs or 12 racks of ribs or a whole bunch of pork shoulder, you're making a lot more profit. So that's when I really, I won't say shine, but that's when I was able to take care of like my cell phone bill can't get paid this month because I didn't have enough money, but next month, okay, I'll double up. Things like that. Let's see. Okay, so Paul says, or people can judge your barbecue off some below average barbecue, which is absolutely right. But you know, I've had the exact opposite where I've had people be mad at me. Like I had one guy, he's we're friends on Facebook, and I posted a picture of my kids going back to school on Tuesday. So yesterday, yeah, yesterday, posted a picture of my kids going back to school yesterday. He tagged me in a post and just got like question marks and like the hands are like this, like, yo, what's up? I'm like, dog, I know what you want, man. I know what you want. I'm like, yo, don't at me, man. I said, I've been doing catering jobs. I haven't had any food left over. I'm like, yo, I got you, though. He's like, he posted the, was it Tyrone Bingham's? What was Dave Chappelle's crack, the dude anyway, he posted him like, scratching. I'm like, yo, I know you fiending for some brisket, okay? And like I think I told you guys before, my cousin cursed me out for me introducing him to my brisket, and then he wasn't able to get brisket like mine anywhere else. I've had people say the same thing to me. I had a girl, I catered an event for her husband's birthday last year, and I catered an event for her this year, a month or two ago. And this was, remember when I had those 6 events over 2 days? Her event was one of the events on that Saturday. Like hers was the last delivery I had on that Saturday. And she was like, ooh, she's like, ooh, I might have to get you to come and cater something for me, or just, I might just have to order something for myself. Because she was like, I can't get this brisket from nobody else. Every time I try some brisket, I'm disappointed because it's not as good as yours. And that's what I love hearing. That's what I love hearing. It's like, you know what? I got you. Okay, you can't get the brisket I make from someone else. So yeah, all right. She got a motor in the back of her Honda. My Anaconda don't want none. Steve, thank you very much, sir. Wendell, how you doing this evening? The price of the Accord was right, so we went with it. Nothing wrong with a Honda Accord, man. 250,000 miles on this Pilot. Paul, what year is your Pilot? One of my coworkers, or actually my manager, had almost 300. He was either just shy of 200,000 or he was almost just shy of 300,000 on his Pilot before it died. He was on his way back from Philly, and he had just crossed over the Tidings Bridge before his Pilot died. Torrance Boyd, how you doing this evening? Thank you for popping in and saying what's up. Larry says he's killing 6 racks on the fire right now. That's what's up. Love you, real talk on how it is. No problem, Russell. I mean, you know what? I tell you, I try to be honest with you guys because, I mean, it's no point in sugarcoating. There's no point in trying to make myself be a persona for YouTube. No. Kirk has met me. Paul has met me. Who else in the live stream has met me in person? I'm the same gregarious person in real life as I am on these live streams, and usually in video. On the live streams, I get to show my personality a lot more. Tony has talked to me. Let's see. John, we haven't met yet, but I'll meet you towards the end of this month. I know. Kirk has met me. Let's see. Mr. Hockett. Yes. They're absolutely right, Mr. Hockett. We be stroking to the east, stroking to the west. Buckeye country. Oh man, that's a bit far for me to be tailgating because I know the way I drink, and Ohio is far, dude. Like far. Torrance says I've had 20 people devour my ribs in less than 20 minutes, dude. Wow, that kind of makes me upset too. It's like, damn it, can you slow down and actually savor my food? Do you know how much time and energy I put into cooking that? But then you be happy that they be like, but you know, Larry just come to Texas. Man, I'm trying to get down to Texas. Trust me. Austin is high on my list of places to go. Lewis says, when we going to Max's to get some cheesesteaks? Funny. My manager just went up there. The one whose Honda broke down on the Tidings, he had a Honda Pilot. but he did almost 200,000, almost 300,000. I think his pilot had almost 300,000 miles on it, because my Jetta had over 264,000 miles on it, and I told him I was going to catch him. I was going to put 300,000 miles on my Jetta. But he just went up to Max's on a bike cheesesteak run on a motorcycle. Him and a couple of his friends. Oh man, everybody wants to invite me somewhere. Oh well, Torrance, I can imagine, dude. That is the best feeling too. So, how about this? Everybody who has catered an event, say, comment I. Where you've catered the event and you've kind of just lingered a little bit, you hung around a little too long, you not stayed past your welcome, but you just want to see the reactions, you want to hear some feedback from the people, and all you hear is this. Like lip smacking and finger licking, okay? Veteran says the secret ingredient is crack. Hey! Don't be trying to put my secret out there, man. Don't make me have to put you on the timeout list, dog. Don't do it. Don't do it. Trust me, I completely understand. He said 7 hours of cooking to be gone in 20 minutes is definitely a love-hate feeling. Larry is coming to Houston. We'll cruise Austin. Look, if I'm coming to Texas, I'm telling you, there's no bones about it. I'm going to Austin. Unless something else happens and I can go to another place in Texas, but Austin is the place where I need to be. Paul says he wants to help make the brisket. Maybe. Larry says he'll drive. I do the video. Lou says he's been at one of those events where you just linger a little too long. All right. Speaking of meeting, you bringing more barbecue for H2O? Yes, sir, I am. Definitely going to have. I actually was thinking about it today. Yesterday, I was thinking about it. I was like, It was like 3 weeks before H2O. I was trying to decide if I was going to start cooking like a little bit of food each weekend, like the weekend prior to H2O, so I could do like 2 cooks and take a really big cooler full of food. I really want to earn enough money to buy a new camera, and that camera is $1,200. So I got a lot of poke to be slanging. I got a chicken to slang too. Sean, how you doing? Okay, Paul says 07. Jamal says facts. Len says he does. He's done it. Come to Jersey, exit 12. Yo, every major road and highway has an exit 12. You might want to be a little more specific, Sean. Just a little. Paul says he might not want to grill his grills anymore. He come help. He said, she cooked for free, so people are by and large nicer when it's free food. You'd be surprised, man. Some people have no tact, no couth. All right, they're gonna tell you what it is, regardless of if it was free or not. At least I'm gracious. Like, it could be the worst. Oh, you know what beer I will only drink Samuel Adams on one condition. One condition. Can anyone guess? Well, 2 conditions. It's like a caveat condition. All right. So, anyone want to guess when I drink Samuel Adams? Because I despise, that is the worst tasting beer ever. Do you get down to Waldorf? If so, we'd like to show you my spot. Wendell, I don't get down to Waldorf often, considering Waldorf from my house is like a good hour and a half away, maybe even 2 hours. Grown Folks Network, how you doing this evening? I love your freaking food, brother. Oh man, that good home cooked soul food. You cannot beat the love. You love your channel. Cannot beat it. Love your channel, brother. Keep it grilling. Nostalgia Gamer, thank you very much. Sorry, I had a little difficulty reading that, but yes, it's good when my friends tell me their kids are asking for ribs, and somebody's 2-year-old cry when they took the chicken away from him. So, Richie's, dude, I tell you what, I have a girl who orders ribs, and her daughter, she said she went to like Famous Days or she went somewhere. Oh, Fridays. And her daughter was like, "Ooh, ribs, ribs, ribs." She was in. She took one bite. One bite. Dropped the rib and was like, "Mommy, these suck. They're not like the guy who brings them to our house." She sent me a message right from the table. She was like, "Mommy, these suck. They're not like the guy who brings them to our house." She was like, "You remember that? You remember him?" She was like, "Yeah." John, H2O is the last weekend of September this year. So I'll be down there. I don't have the dates in front of me and I'm using my phone to live stream so I can't check it. But I will be down there Thursday through Sunday. Drive through occasionally. We should hook up. Yeah. That's what's up, Jamal. Am I looking to make some good money? I'm not selling any drugs. Randy from Randy. Yep, there you go. When is free? Nope. When is free? And it's two caveats. It has to be free and it has to be cold. So I'll take one if it's free. Okay, I'll chill it myself. But if it's free and cold, I will suck it up. All right. I'm in the car club through the barbecue if you like. 4 posts deep. You can burn me lamp. All right. Well, Kirk, we might have to work something out. Someone dare she? Oh no. Darian, you're absolutely right. Oh. Lou, it's all right, man. You know, like I said, my usually response to that is even a broken clock is right twice a day. I do not like Samuel Adams, Sam. I do not like Samuel Adams. I just do not like it at all. Like, I can't get it. All right. Ooh. Mr. Hockett, thank you, sir. Just the details this weekend. I'm getting a lot of vacation jobs and help from someone that can barbecue. Jamal, where are you, sir? Jamal, Suffolk is a ways away. And it would be rather difficult for me to kind of try to cook and then travel 3 hours away from Baltimore, if not longer. Eric, how you doing? You don't have to apologize for being late. You're here. That's better than a lot of folks. You know, better than the alternative is what I say. All right. So let's talk about feedback, guys. Come on. So how else or where else? How do you ask for feedback? Here, you know, the whole thing is a lot of times we want to know how we're doing, right? Hey, how did you like what you had? Usually, what I do, and this is so again. My coworker who I did the halal brisket for, I saw her today at work. I wasn't at work yesterday. I work from home. The kids first day of school and they got out early, so I work from home. So I walked past her desk today and I went over and I said, "You're not dead," and it's an icebreaker, right? And she's like, "I'm not dead." I'm like, "No, my brisket didn't kill you." And she's like, "Oh no, it was excellent." See, when you disarm them, then they tell you how it is. All right, so that's just one of the tactics I use. Again, and I mean, like I said, that's just me. I'm kind of morbid and weird like that. But she said that her husband really liked it. Her family really liked it. She told me one of her uncles discreetly asked for some to be put away for him to take home. He liked it so much. Yeah. All right. Kirk says I can't come to Ocean City anymore without bringing him lamb. All right. Well, you want a whole leg of lamb? Okay. I know. I know you getting paid good, so I'll definitely smoke one up for you. Nice enough for a bike ride tonight. Late, but out here, Will Mason, Tyler. That's what's up, man. Thank you so very much. Be worth it. Well, Jamal, I can't say no, but I'm not going to say yes. We still need to. We got to do some logistical planning. Order lamb is worth the shipping if you ain't local. Well, Kirk, I appreciate that. You guys saw when I took Kirk. So Kirk came. Kirk is from Hillbilly Barbecue or Shorebilly Barbecue. Sorry. And I took him food while he was staying in a hotel not too far away from my house, and he was like utterly speechless. It was just grunts and licking his fingers while he was taking the cold lamb out of the pan. Yo, it's okay, man. I just no problem, Kirk. I got you. Eric says YouTube commenters give good feedback most times. Wow, the sarcasm is strong with Eric tonight. If you ask for feedback, be prepared for constructive criticism. Also, so I prefer constructive criticism to someone saying to me like, "Oh my God, it was the best thing I've ever had." Okay, well, while I appreciate that, was there something I could have done better? Was there something that you didn't like that was off-putting to you? Because I tell you what, like there was one time I really feel like at this point, almost 2 years into us doing these live streams, I've told you guys not all of my stories, but I've told you guys a lot of my encounters, a lot of my stories. I told you guys of how one day I cut a brisket, I sliced it up differently for someone, and this girl who had been ordering brisket from me for a while, she complained, and I said, "Look, I'm sorry." I said, "I sliced the brisket up a different way than I normally do. This is what I'm going to do." I said, "You got 2 pounds of brisket. Where are you right now?" She's like, "I'm at work." "All right, I'll be there in like 20 minutes. Let me slice up some more brisket for you and I'll take it. I'll bring it over to you." And when I got there and gave her another 2 or 2.5 pounds of brisket for free, she still complained because all she had was fat. So when you guys talk to me and you not belittle, but you berate me about cutting the fat off of brisket, you know why I do it? So that I don't have to lose my hat, okay, taking someone brisket on a double order because they didn't like what they had because there was too much fat on it. I've been there, done that, had to take the woman some extra brisket, all right? So I say and do things for a reason. I don't always explain it because I feel like I'm being redundant. But most of you guys are smart enough to figure it out. Other of you are like, "Why would you cut the fat off of that? Everybody loves fat." No, they don't. All right? Most people lie. They say it's good, even if it's not, or just okay. But I'm speaking in general. Well, Russell, you know what? Hey, Paul, thank you very much, man, for hanging out. I greatly appreciate it. Russell, you can kind of tell. Like, there are some people who are just saying, "Oh my God, this was great." And you're like, all right, well, maybe you just don't know, or maybe you didn't like it. But you can look at somebody's plate and determine whether or not they really liked it or not. That is the true determining factor. If you got a lot of remnants on your plate, or they picked around something, or they ate a little bit of this and ate a little bit of that, all right, maybe I'm not going to take this person's opinion or what this person's feedback is at 100%. But you get somebody who damn near licked their plate, okay, I can trust that you might be actually telling the truth. All right, just might. Well, Lou, I can imagine. He says it made him feel like $1 million. When you get somebody tell you that you like your food. Yes. There's been 2 Erics in here tonight. There was Eric Moreno and Eric from down south. So Len says he asked for feedback after an event from the host. That's a pretty good idea because the host will kind of funnel I won't say the good and the bad, but if they get feedback from 5 or 6 people, they'll tell you, "Oh man, everything was positive, blah blah blah." Said that he never learned anything from positive feedback. He only grew as a chef from negative feedback. I agree with that to a certain extent because some people can just be mean. Like, yo, I can be mean. I am an a-hole. I can be. You piss me off, you rub me the wrong way, guess what's coming out? The inner Philadelphian is going to rear his nasty, ugly, cursing like a sailor head. Okay? And I'm going to let you know, and I'm going to rip you apart. And I hope you either have on a diaper or you got a thick skin. Because I'm going to tell you how it is. But there's a way to tell someone that you want something different. Or there's a way to tell someone that you didn't like their food. Like you ever hear of the pat pat kick or the pat kick pat? right? You said, oh my gosh, you were really on time. But there's always a but. But the food was a little salty. And then, like you pat him on the head, like give him a compliment, and then you kick him, right? Kick him! Give him the bad news, and then you give him another compliment. You sandwich that. So you're like easing the blow, you ease into it, then you tell him what you don't like, and then you kind of give him a little bit of positive, reinforcement, if you will. She wasn't hustling me. Larry, absolutely right. I realized that a long time ago. You cannot make everybody happy all of the time. Eric says he loves him some rendered fat. Yep. Oh yeah. She wasn't hustling me. Like, no, seriously. And I won't say she wasn't one of the people who liked leaner brisket, because there's a lean portion and there's the moist portion. Like, I used to always give her half and half. So if she ordered a pound and a half, 2 pounds, she got 1 pound of lean, 1 pound of moist. She wasn't hustling me. I really sliced the brisket differently and gave it to her, and she was like, oh my God, so much fat in here. There was more fat than she was accustomed to. And that was the problem. Because I set her expectation at one level, and then I gave her something else. So she was, rightfully so, she was upset. I can't be mad at that. Like, I'm not. Nah. Burnt ends. No, I don't do burnt ends. Not a lot of people like burnt ends. Non-verbal feedback definitely is a clean plate club. Some people just look for stuff to pick at. They don't know the difference between personal opinion and feedback. You know what, D? You're right there. Some people just have something to say all the time, whether it be positive or negative. More often than not, those people that always have something to say are usually leading with the negative. Yes, indeed. John, Mr. Hockett says it's called having class. Negative comments in a constructive way goes a long way. You're absolutely correct. Absolutely correct. Because you can be mad at somebody. Nah, Veterans Barbecue Man up here, they don't do burnt ends. Nope, I slice brisket up. I slice the point just like the flat, and it is what it is. But that's the thing, John. Your customers are accustomed and started figuring out what burnt ends were, and more people know what burnt ends are. I just don't provide them that often. Now, if I were doing burnt ends, then I'm sure it wouldn't be a problem to do them. But I usually, I always mix the brisket. Don't be heartbroken. I always mix the brisket, lean with the moist. So if someone orders a pound of brisket, they're getting half a pound lean, they're getting half a pound moist. Unless someone specifically says, hey, I want a pound of moist or I want a pound of lean, then, yeah. Daggone, now that I think about it, somebody hit me up and asked me for brisket. They never followed up with me. All right. Yeah. John says he only does it for his leftover point. Well, if you have there again, if you have point that's left over from the day's cook, then you can take that and put it in some sauce and then cook that, not overnight, but you can reheat it back up, and then you can sell it the next day and make, not additional profit, but profit on it, then sure. But I'm not going out of my way to slice the brisket from, the point from the flat to only, to do more work for myself in the up front for burnt ends. That's, nah. Now, if I'm doing it for family, yes, I've done burnt ends for us. Oh my gosh. Hey, Lou, you have a great evening, sir. Well, Nostalgia Gamer, thank you very much, man. I appreciate that. I really do. It means a lot. Yeah, Lou, take care of the family. Tell them I said I'm sorry for taking a nurse Lou away from them. Oh man. But there is a way, and the reason I titled this one "How to Ask for Feedback" It's because sometimes people volunteer it. And then sometimes you know, just like I said, the greatest feedback you can get is someone's clean plate. Like there's no need for you to ask, hey, did you like it, or were you just hungry? Like, yeah. Huh. No problem, Veterans Barbecue. Thank you very much for hanging out. Really appreciate it. Hey, if you haven't already, hit that thumbs up button for me. Please, please, please hit the thumbs up button for me. I'd greatly appreciate it. So, hey, is it too loud? The air conditioner too loud in the background? Can you guys hear that? I always feel concerned. This, it's warmer, and this room is cooler than where I normally sit in my dining room, which is just beyond that. Well, it's on the other side of that wall, like outside of that wall is actually in the yard. Just so long, it's probably because of the feedback I was getting. It kept me going. By now, I know when people were lying or feeding your line. You know what, Richie, is I agree. Um, like I said, you can just tell when someone is like half-heartedly telling you they like it because you're standing in front of them and they don't want to get punched in the face, or they do genuinely like what you have or what you've provided. Again, the greatest feedback is seeing a clean plate. All right. Well, Mr. Hockey, thank you, sir. Appreciate that. I used to ask people to get back with me and let me know how everything went. Correct. So what I usually do was what I did rather was when I was selling food out of the trunk of the car for the most part. If before I left the drop off, the delivery, I would say, hey, you know, if you like what you have, do me a solid and leave me a, you know, take a picture and repost it to Instagram for me. And there were a lot of people who did. Like, I grew my business by word of mouth by asking people to repost a picture of the food that they had. And then just to say, hey, you know, either you liked it or you didn't. Now, there were times when I had people who were like, oh man, this was underdone. And then it's like, okay, now I get to tell you that you're an idiot, and that's called a smoke ring. You notice how the chicken is pink from the outside edge in? That's a smoke ring. That is perfectly fine. You know, or someone says the same thing about ribs. These ribs were underdone. Okay. Let me explain to you how the Maillard reaction works. Again, the pink is from the outside edge in. That just goes to show you that I use some smoke. I cook those with smoke and not in an oven. That's what ribs, smoked ribs, are supposed to actually look like. Again, tactfully berating and ripping someone a new one. Okay? I can do that. I can do that. Yay, yay, Frank? You're absolutely right. Oh my gosh, dude. John. Yo, now I will be completely honest with you. I am not at fault. There have been times. There was one year I had one girl, she ordered a turkey from me, and she actually just ordered food from me recently, okay, just like within the last 3 weeks, maybe 4 weeks tops, she ordered food from me. But she ordered food for me for Thanksgiving. She ordered a turkey. And, you know, you guys know, you can't cut into a turkey that you're going to give to someone. You have to use a thermometer, a temperature probe. I tempt the birds. I try to tempt the bird at the breast at 165 degrees. If the breast is at 165 degrees, I gotta pull it. If the thigh is a little less than 175 degrees, I can try to turn the thigh around. I can cover it up, whatever the case may be. But I do not want that breast to be dried out. That is the absolute worst thing you can do. So, that being said, one year, now this girl's name is Robin, okay? Robin hit me up and she's like, hey, you know, can I get a turkey from you for Thanksgiving? No, sure, no problem. I take her to turkey and she hits me up like the day after Thanksgiving and she says, hey, I just wanted to let you know. She was like, you know, I had a slight problem with the turkey. And I'm like, what do you mean a slight problem? She was like, it was slightly underdone when I got closer to the bone. I said, oh, okay, hold on one second. Hold on one second. while I told her, I said, you know, I'm like, hold on one moment. While I told her to hold on, I refunded her money. Refunded her money. Okay? And I said, Robin, I'm sorry. I apologize. I said, you know, I can't cut into something like a turkey and determine if it's 100% done. I said, I use, you know, thermometers and temperature probes because you can consistently tell if something is done if it hits a certain temperature. Usually I hit that temperature, I know it's done, I pull it, and then that's it. Like, I pull it in the house, they rest for a little while, then I deliver them. I explain the process to her. And I said, you know, I could have hit, or I said that it could have been in a hot spot and one piece of the turkey could have been a little more done than another piece of the turkey. I said, regardless, it doesn't matter. I said, if you check your phone, you should see I've already given you your money back. And she's like, what? No. I'm not asking for my money back. I said, you didn't have to ask. You did not have to ask. I said, you know, I want people to be 100% satisfied. This is something I'm not going to advertise 100% satisfaction guarantee, because I don't want people, because there are people, and we all know that there will be people who only want something for free. So they're going to complain about something regardless of whether or not it was the best thing they ever ate or if they actually didn't like it. Okay? So I don't advertise that. But if someone is unsatisfied, if someone comes back and says to me, hey, I didn't like what I did, what you gave me, no questions asked, I will give you 100% refund. Boom. Boom. And she praised me up and down and told me how admirable that was, and how, you know, like, she really liked that. Okay? And she's been a customer of mine for years since. Years. And it's just one of those things where sometimes you just gotta do right by people. Same thing. I didn't, that girl who wanted the brisket and she told me it was too much fat. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna do the right thing. I'm gonna replace your order. Don't worry about it. Yes, Grown Folks Network. Hold on. Time out. What's going on, Jay? How you doing, sir? Grown Folks Network says the greatest feedback is when they order again. You're absolutely correct. Good. 9 this morning. Oh my gosh. Well, congratulations on, is that your first grand, Glenn? Grandpa Glenn, you're right. You beat me to it, Cuff. Well, Nostalgia Gamer, man, I'm serious. Like, really? Oh man, D, you're absolutely right. Poultry is fickle that way, but you try your hardest, and there are times when but you know what? Like, what's one of the saving graces, if you are, especially with turkey for Thanksgiving, if the turkey is slightly underdone closer to the bone, like in the thigh, like at the joint, at the hip, most of the time, most people are not cutting all the way deep into it right away. So if they reheat it the next day, or if they're cutting pieces off, or they're like separating it out, then you might be okay. But like I said, I told her, I was like, yo, that's not okay. I apologize. Here you go. Here's 100% refund. Well, thank you very much, Mr. Hockey. He says he's enjoying the live stream. Woohoo! Stand with my work, good or bad, and I go above and beyond and make it right if there's a problem. You have to, especially being such a small. Yo, I'm not in a position to be like, oh, you didn't like what you had? Oh well, I wish I could tell people that. I wish, but that's not what I can do. I have to. You know, the customer is definitely not always right, and if they do something or say something that I don't particularly care for, I will let you know, and I'm going to berate you, but I might relent and I'll push with you. Okay, we're going to come to an understanding. Hey Larry, thank you very much, man, for hanging out. Appreciate it. Well, Jay, nothing much, man. We were talking about how to ask for feedback, and one of the things we said that the best feedback you can get is a repeat order, and or seeing someone's clean plate, because then you know when they give you their opinion, they're usually not lying because of the fact that they have a clean plate. Also, Glenn just became a grandfather. All right. Well, not just. He became a grandfather again. So congratulations, Glenn. All right, Russell, thank you very much for hanging out. Greatly appreciate it. Hey, Caden, you still out there? I haven't had much Ford hate lately. You know, I'm waiting. Give me your best shot. Tomas, how are you doing? Holy smokes. No. His username is Holy Smokes. How you doing this evening? That's why I like you do live clips with people and you get to see everybody's face and get live feedback when it's on site. You're absolutely right. There are times though when you can be inundated with what you're doing and not able to actually I won't say accept, but not really process a lot of that feedback. That last on-site event I did for my coworkers, I was hustling, man. That grill had me hopping. Okay, that grill cooked hot, it cooked fast, and I was boom, 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 boom. I turned out, I can't even remember how many burgers it was and how many hot dogs it was, but I was head down and I was focused. And people were like, oh man, Scott, you're doing a great job. Oh, you're doing great. And I'm like, thanks. But as I watched the video afterward, as I was editing the video, I'm like, man, there were a lot of people who were like, man, hey, thanks for doing this, and you're doing a great job. Like, I missed a lot of that during the actual event because I was like head down getting my stuff done. So I get it. All right, Tomas, it's glad to hear. I am definitely good, sir. Definitely good. Customer service 20 years. One owner told me, if you do not take care of your customers will not take care of you. You're absolutely right, Grown Fruits Network. I normally say that about cash in my pocket. I hate little kid balled up money. I hate when my money gets balled up. Like I can't. Like it's like I'm scratching till I get to a point where I can take the money out of my pocket. Like if I go pay for something, I get change and I have to like quickly fold that up and put it in my pocket. Like I'm itching until I can get back to my money and straighten it up. That does also come from the fact that when I was, how old was I? 19. I started working at a bank, and like working at a bank gives you a new level of appreciation for cash. And I always was one that I always said, if you take care of your money will take care of you. So same thing, same preface, if, one hand washes the other, point blank. So I always make sure that the cash in my pocket is always straight, all the heads are going the right way, all the denominations are, front to back, all of those things. All right. People eating your food, the smile's all worth it. You're absolutely right. Oh boy. Eric says, okay, Dash, it's hour number 2, so I can talk off topic. He said, I want to thank you for the advice in reheating this brisket the day after the cook. I've done it 3 times now, and it's been perfect. Dude, I tell you, you know what, Eric, this is the type of feedback I like to hear, okay? Because I get so many people, and we know, okay, because loiters are going to Lloyd, okay? Loiters are going to Lloyd and tell me about how I'm doing such and such wrong and how I'm telling people wrong information or misinformation and that I'm wrong. Like, stop telling me I'm wrong and show me how to do it the right way then, if I'm so wrong. But they can't, okay? But Eric, thank you. Yo, Malicious, turn the volume down just a little bit, dog. Yeah. Good. You sleep tight tonight, buddy, alright? Yes, Holy Smokes, the smile is definitely worth it. Hey, Malicious, if you haven't already, hit the thumbs up button for me, buddy. Appreciate that. I cook for smaller crowds, so it's easier for me to speak with people. You're right. Jay, you're right. But there will come a time, and I'm going to wish this upon you, okay? There will come a time when you will have a cook and you will not be able to talk to everyone, okay? Again, I'm going to wish this upon you. There will come a time when you cannot talk to everyone. And I hope that time comes sooner than later, my friend. Like, seriously. I like what you're doing. I just like you. I guess that's what it is. So, and then, I really want to say thank you to Eric. Eric says that he liked my method for reheating brisket. He's done it a couple different times, and you know, yeah, yeah. All right, so let's see. Girl Forge Networks is oh, excuse me. I'm cooking my first brisket for the first time in over 10 years. What would be the number one advice you would give someone? Thermometers. Use thermometers. Uh, you're going to want to take that brisket to between 200 and 205 degrees. You can figure out at what doneness temperature you like the feel of, but most people tell you no less than 200, no more than 205. Because once you take that brisket out of the oven, or excuse me, out of the smoker, out of the oven, depending on how you finish it, it will carry over temperature. And the worst thing you can do with a brisket is let it get too high. And if you've never overcooked beef, yet like overcooked beef is what shredded beef is. Point blank. Like brisket will get to the point where you can shred it. Okay, you can pull it apart. No, can't come down and play. We will talk about that at some point. I know it happened when it's going to have his pit master junior take over. You have to interact with your customer even if it's just for 5 minutes, handing out. Saying, hey, you're absolutely right, Jay. You got to make time for everybody. Good night, malicious. Pulled beef is awesome, okay, especially for tacos, okay. Jay, we know you know all about pulled beef tacos. Your pineapple pulled beef tacos, all right. If you haven't, you need to check out Jay's Brappin' Barbecue. He did a great video on, he made some pulled beef, or pulled, how do I say this? Was it pulled? Yeah, pulled beef and pineapple tacos. It was good. Oh my gosh. Okay. Clean blue smoke on that brisket, yes sir. Cuffing stuff. You know what's funny? So just I don't want to say today, but I have been at the market while I've been cooking, and you know how. Like if you're standing in line and you smell somebody, like if you smell someone that's smoking some weed, you smell them, or smell someone that smokes cigarettes, or you smell someone that just does that smells period, and you get a whiff and you like, I get those looks every now and again. And then they look at my shirt, because usually whenever I'm cooking, I try to have, whenever I go out in public, I try to have on a shirt that says something about my barbecue business. And then they'll say, well, that explains it. Explains what? They're like, I swear I was smelling a cookout. Well, then I see a shirt talking about barbecue. Well, that's probably what it is. It's you, isn't it? Yeah. Now, usually I haven't sold any food right then and there, but I do give out business cards. I always have business cards on me, and I told you guys I sprinkle those things out like confetti. Again, they cost me 2 cents a piece, like confetti. But yeah, man, I definitely I have gotten those dirty looks, and that like, you can just tell someone smells me, and I'm like, I'm sorry. Like I had a lady in line one time. I was in Giant, I think I was in, which is the market, and I was getting dinner, and like she was in front of me, and I said something, or I put something on the belt, and she's like, "What is that?" You know, inquiring about what I had, and I was like, "Oh, this is a brisket," or like, cause I can get briskets from Giant now every now and again, or I used to get them from Walmart, so I don't know actually if it was Walmart or Giant, but nonetheless, I put my meat on the counter. And she looked back at it and was like, what is that? And I'm like, oh, that's brisket. You know, I'm going to smoke this, blah, blah, blah. She's like, smoke it? Like barbecue smoking? I said, I normally don't tell people this, but I said, come a little closer. Smell me. I smell like barbecue right now. And she did come a little closer. And she was like, ooh. I said, here you go, man. Here's a couple cards. Let me know when you need something, if you need something. You're absolutely right, Jay. But then there are some people that don't want to talk. They just want to work. Yeah. It's not awesome when it's a $60 brisket. You might be right, Kurt. Hey, D, thank you very much for hanging out. Man, when I smoke or cook, and that's just for sure. But I'm gonna go into the store and walking around. Hey, man, well, Jay, I appreciate it. Definitely tell him to check out the YouTube channel. Be like, hey, Holmes, check out my homie's channel. Like, yeah, like whatever. All right, like seriously, I appreciate it. So, hey, you know what? Speaking of, if you haven't or don't know, I do actually sell these shirts, and you can get one yourself. So Jay's got himself one. Jay and his wife have one. So you can get one for yourself on brbque.com. They vary in price from $20 to $25. Little guys have to pay a little more. You regular size folks, you're getting off cheap. So, but again, if you haven't already, brbque.com, and you can get a shirt. Usually, I send them out within 24 hours, one business day. Mr. Hawkins says he lives in Washington State, and it's not uncommon to smell someone in line at Safeway that smells like a good Kush. I can imagine. Yeah, that. Well, Nostalgia Gamer, you can get one for yourself. What? Question J is the man. Thank you, sir. I appreciate you. Really, I do. Thank you so very much. Question J says, hey, let me tell you what it is. It's brbque.com. Again, brbque.com. Grown Folks Network says, I had a woman tell me to get away from her at the store because she was on a diet and I smell like barbecue. She was kidding, but not really. The worst interaction I had at a market it was Walmart. This one was definitely Walmart. I had a brisket. I put it up onto the counter, and the girl behind the counter did not touch the meat with her hands. It was in a cryovac pack. She took a plastic bag off of the little bagger, used it to touch the brisket, pick up the brisket to put it in a different plastic bag. And I was like, what are you doing? She was like, I'm vegan. I'm not touching this. I was like, for real? You vegan? I'm sure you get to touch meat all day. She was mad. Your total is this. I kill me sometimes. Oh man, I was like, you vegan? Well, why are you working here? You know, you're going to have the people come through here with meat, I'm sure, all day long. But look, she was mad, especially that big old piece of brisket on her belt. Bought one and love mine. Mr. Hackett is the reason that I have a second run of shirts. So I would love to sell the rest of these shirts because I think I've sold 3 or 4 of the shirts on the second run. So I need to sell some more shirts because I just paid for them actually last week. And she used to tell anyone she was a vegan. You know what? You're probably right. Like, she was an attention-seeking vegan, but aren't they all? Just about. He said, Grown Folk Network said any excuse to tell anyone she was vegan. True. But I know I go out smelling like barbecue all the time. All the time. Like the last time I went was, I guess was it when I picked up Questa J's package? I think it was. So Questa J, he sent that package recently. I had just started a fire and I started to cook and I smelled like smoke. I didn't smell like food just yet. But I went to the post office and the girl that was behind the counter, and I say girl woman behind the counter, I think her name is Daisy. So Miss Daisy, she says, oh, Steel Drum Smokers Barbecue. Why are you coming here talking about some Steel Drum Smokers Barbecue? I'll never get any food. I said, ma'am, it's nothing personal, it's not for nothing. I said, but I primarily cook on the weekends and I do catered events. This was like Monday or Tuesday or whatever. And she was like, well, we like food. I understand that, ma'am. I get it. I get it. I said, but again, I'm usually cooking the order. So if I have anything left over, that's when I can, give out a little sample here or there. But for the most part, if somebody orders X number of pounds of food, then I'm only catering and I'm cooking to that X number of pounds of food. And she's like, man, you got me in here all hungry. And then she stopped and she looked at me. And she's like, darn if you don't smell like barbecue. I'm like, I'm sorry, I told you. She said, now you coming in here smelling like it and you can't even give me anything to eat. Oh, man. I was like, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. And, but you know what I did today? I had some leftovers from the weekend and I took her some pulled pork. So, no problem, man. Question J, you don't need to cover stuff. That's what's up. He says people ask about his shirt. Thank you, sir. Hopefully that dollar was worth my advertising money. That you probably are one of the first. That was probably one of the first advertising dollars I ever spent. So the story is, Coven Stuff ordered a shirt, and I sent it out Wednesday, and then we had the live stream. And I put one and one together. He was talking about the fact that he ordered a shirt. And I'm like, you ordered a shirt? When did you order a shirt? And I'm like, wait a minute. You're in South Carolina? Like, duh. I just sent the shirt. I sent you a shirt. So on the live stream, he said, had he known, he would have asked for $1 for advertising. And he would have advertised my shirt on his video. So the next day, I sent him a letter with $1 in it. So that he could advertise, put my shirt on his video. Tongue in cheek, but yeah, I think that was good. It was just me mess. That's what I do. That's what I do. That's how we hang out. Gonna make a Trevor design for a shirt. You know what, Jay? That'll be dope. Once after a 3-day event, I was in McHugh Monday and I licked my head. It tasted like brisket. Dude, John, you know the absolute worst is after you cook, and I don't know, I can't tell. You have looks like a decent sized goatee or beard there, is washing my beard. Like after I don't feel like I smell like smoke anymore, but as soon as I wash my beard, I'm like, damn, like I need to scrub this thing out some more because it smells like burnt, like grease, or like if I'm on a grill or smoking, it smells like food. You're not getting food yet. Grown Folks Network, you're absolutely right. I gave her a little bit though. It was a crack sample. Trust me. Don't you worry. Big Reggie Reg, what's going on, man? How's the horse trailer? All right. Coven Stuff says I'm his only sponsor. Well, thank you, sir. I appreciate that. Hey, yo, Alton, I can't yell like I really want to because it's getting late. It is 10:30 out here. Yeah. So, oh my gosh, Troy. People want free, period. It's not just free barbecue. They want free, period. And that's what they don't understand, Troy. Those people who do barbecue, those people who get it, usually don't ask for it for free. But I think I made mention, I told you guys before, I have a friend who anytime I have an event, he's there and he'll get food if it's on someone else's dime. He has never, ever, ever placed an order with me. He's a good friend of mine, but I just had to keep it at arm's length and say, all right, you know what? Like, one of the first events I noticed it at. Now, he was laid off or in between jobs, and I'm like, listen, I know you're going through something, and you're a friend of mine. I don't want you to go hungry, so I got you. Just hold tight. I'm gonna put a plate together for you. That's what you're supposed to do to your friends, right? That's what you're supposed to do for your friends. But at the same time, if I'm selling food and I'm trying to earn a living because I'm now laid off and this is my source of income, then dog, would it kill you to come out your pocket $8, $10, $12, $15, $20 to support? I'm not asking you for anything for free. I'm not asking for a donation. I'm not asking for a handout. I'm giving you something in exchange, but he's never done that. And it's like one of those, I won't say a pet peeve. It strikes a nerve from time to time, but you know what? That doesn't change our friendship. That just limits our friendship. If you guys understand what I'm saying. Um, Look, so Troy, I just went off on a tangent about this, so I started reading it, and I just, all right. So Troy says, "What's up with everybody? Why do people always want free barbecue? They act like it's easy to do, and you're just supposed to cook for everybody. Okay, not EERR, but everybody. Okay, I don't even like it. Tell most folks when I'm cooking. You're absolutely right." So I had someone this weekend, and I'm not gonna call them out, but I had someone this weekend. Um, they said to me verbatim, "Why you ain't bring no brisket?" Now I was at a function. Okay, I was at a function as a guest. Okay, now I was at this function as a guest, and I still ended up having to cook. Not happy about that. It was not my party. It was not my event. I still ended up having to cook. Okay. They were like, "Oh, we know you know what you're doing, and you know I don't have a problem helping." Okay. But someone who knows me said, "Why you ain't bring no brisket?" Okay. Let me break something down to you. I don't have any extra money to be bringing brisket to this event that I'm not getting paid for. I'm not spending 8 to 12 hours or 6 to 10 hours, depending on how I get it done, on cooking a brisket that's going to cost me money because you want some. Now, when you decide to tell me that you want to place an order for brisket, you know what I'll most likely do? If you offer to pay for it, I got you. When you ask me for something for free, you ain't never getting anything for free from me. The simple fact that you offered, okay, you know what? Don't worry about it. I got you. I got you. But when you ask for it for free, again, there's a way to ask for something. If someone says, "Hey, you know, can I place an order and I'm gonna get this, I'm gonna get that," all right, I'll take care of it. Okay. Jay says only big boy sizes. He'll make XL and up. Well, I have no problem with that. You know what's funny? I can actually braid it. I'm not that good at braiding it, but let's see what I can do right here. So I'll keep talking, and I'll braid up a little section. But I can actually braid just a little bit. I did it the other day, and Taste Sister number 3 looked at me, and she was like, "Oh wow, huh." Braiding is a learned skill, fellas. If you have daughters, you need to learn how to do this. And I learned how to braid before I had my daughter, and it was always like a party trick. Most girls don't believe you can braid. But then when you can braid, let me just leave it right there. Alright, so again, this is not very long, and my fingers are rather big. So, but there we go. We got a little braid there. I'll leave it this way for the rest of the live stream, alright? Thanks, Alton. Storm rolling in. Well, hopefully everything is good, man. Bushibato, what's going on? He said Kushibato. Yes, indeed, I sure did. There's Jay with the fat guy. What's for dinner? Tonight for dinner, I warmed up leftovers. I used the Traeger to warm up leftovers. Did not film a video on it. Barbecue Grill Masters Empire, what's going on? Never trust a skinny cook. Call them moochers. You're absolutely right. GrillForks Network. Well, you can't let that get to you. Look, I'm just gonna like kind of keep flexing my plait there, my braid plait. I don't know which is which, Alton. Which one? Yo, Troy, you're right. At least buy the meat. Bushy Bottle, how you doing? What's for dinner? I'm chilling. All right, raid the other side too. Kirk says. Let's see. Uh, Lucio, how you doing? Jay says spare rib tacos. I don't actually do spare ribs. I do baby backs. The reason I do baby backs is because, and I've told you guys this, the baby backs are smaller, thinner, and spares take up too much room in the smoker. So where I could get one rack of spares um, on the on the drum, I could get 3 racks of baby backs on a drum and make way more profit. So I didn't even look at doing spares. I only did baby backs for that size reason. Mr. Hawkins is rooting me on. He says, "Come on, you can do it, braid the short beard." I'm trying. I'm really not that good at it. Nah, no rib tips. I'll mess with those. Alright, there you go. It's all uneven, but this is what happens. Morgan's Affordable Lawn Care, man. What's going on, Mr. Morgan? How's everything? Not Kirk. Alton, where are you, man? You made me braid my daggone beard up, and you're not even gonna comment. Alton, where are you? Get your butt back out here, front and center, and give me my approval. Let's see. Shoot, might as well go for the trifecta. What's your thoughts on deleting old videos that weren't very good? I've deleted probably 10. Wished I didn't. Well, what's for dinner? So here's the thing. Even if I do delete videos, I can re-upload them. I am a little bit of a digital hoarder. So all of the videos that I have, even if I don't have them in a... Well, no. All the videos that I've ever done. Rick, how you doing this evening? Yeah, everybody gets screenshots for Alton. Since he asked me... Okay, what's funny, I don't, the big smoker is Bessie, the big wood burning smoker is Bessie, and the insulated big smoker is Bernadette. And I haven't cooked on her, admittedly, since like last winter. For good reason. Part of it was because of the fact that I haven't had, alright, there we go. We got the trifecta going on here. Alright, so let's see. Jack! So Jack, Alton told me, he said, you know, my beard was getting long enough where I should just bust out the braid, you know, get it braided up. And I had to prove a point that I could do it. So I just did it. So I'm on my Dub C. Anybody? Jay, you know who Dub C is. Dub C had braids in his goatee like this, but his goatee was way longer than my little beard is. Let's see. But Eric, unfortunately, the whole thing is this. I haven't had catering jobs big enough to warrant me having to pull out that smoker. And until I do get a catering job that does warrant it, I'm going to use the most efficient smokers I have possible, which are the insulated smokers, just because I like my sleep and I like my quality of life is much better now that I'm not using that smoker like solely all the time. Let's see. I was asked to cook at my wife's cousin's birthday party. I got there 2 hours early. They didn't have any food or the grill ready. I sat there for 2 hours doing nothing. Never cooked for them again. Well, Grown Folks Network, I tell you what, there have been times when I've done events like that. Like, there is a lessons learned video where I talked about how, and I think it was the first lessons learned video, where, like, you name it, it went wrong. Like, there was a freaking tornado that touched down in the backyard of this lady, tore up her whole backyard, and I mean, like, I had to cook through the torrential rain, outside, cooking throughout the torrential rain. She told me, like, the amount of food that she had versus the amount of food that she told me she was going to have was greatly different. When I say I learned a lot that day, I learned a lot that day. Uh, yeah, it is a beard. Eric says, call that beard a tri-tip. Might be right. Jack says he still needs to raise $500 for a shave. It's $1,000, and I think John said he would put up 500. Like, I think he said he had half on it. So if y'all want to raise in the super chat, like on one live stream, let's get this. Let's caveat this. On one live stream, we raised $1,000. I will shave my beard. I will take you into the bathroom with me, and I will shave my beard live on the live stream. All right. Yeah. Vertical smoker adds barbecue trailer, and then there's go time for the barbecue catering business. Name of rig Frankenstein. Well, Torrance, that's what's up. Simple Man's Barbecue. I am good. I am good. I am good. I am good. Yes, I am still building ugly drum smokers. I just don't do it that often. I'm not charging a whole lot for them. I just do it because I like doing it, and I want other people to be able to cook too. But there's not much profit in those things for all the time I put into it. This is how we eat with CJ tomorrow night. Check it out. So Bushy Bottle says Simple Man, which is Justin, is on, or excuse me, Jason, which is on. He's gonna be on with CJ tomorrow night on the hot seat. It's a dub seat thing. You're absolutely right. Drove home. Wanted to ask what's the method for reheating brisket. So Jimmy Q, I actually have a whole video talking specifically about reheating brisket. Point blank, you reheat brisket like you cook brisket, low and slow. Most of the time, or more often than not, you're cooking in the oven at 350 or more 100 degrees. So if you want to reheat something, the fastest or usually the highest temperature I usually say or recommend is 300 degrees. You just have to remember, excuse me, you're not cooking the brisket anymore. You just have to reheat it. So you reheat it, cook it at 300 degrees, usually a half an hour to an hour, depending on if it's room temperature or if it was refrigerated, and you're good to go. Make sure it's covered, and make sure you put a little bit of your jus into there, just to help with moisture. But most of the time, or more often than not, you will find that if you pour the jus that's in there out and put the brisket into the oven, it will render more jus for you without a problem. Hey, Grown Folks Network, thank you very much. I did not know that Rick could get me parts for the UDS. What's going on? He said I'm his favorite online coach. Well, I appreciate that, man. I don't think you need much coaching. You seem to be doing a pretty good job with that smoker you got from Allen. Columbus, Ohio. I'm East Coast hip hop too. Check the Facebook Marketplace. This guy selling a lot of new smokers at a low price. It's been up for a few months, most likely. All right. Never needed to freeze the au jus, Rick. So if I have some, and there have been times where I've kind of kept some on hand. Now I don't. What ends up happening usually, and this is me being honest and transparent with you guys. Just step up. Yep. Hey, appreciate you, man. So the whole thing was, I would do events and I would like chill briskets and things like that, and I would pour the au jus or the jus into containers and I would put them in the refrigerator. What would end up happening, completely honest with you, I would forget the jus here. So when I got back home, I had a couple containers of jus, and then I'm like, oh, what am I do with this? I would use it to mix it in with things that I'm cooking, like a stew or a soup, or even some oodles and noodles to give it a little bit of flavor. So, though you don't have to, as long as it's refrigerated, you're good. You don't have to freeze it, but as long as it's refrigerated, you are good. For real. Ohio. That's what's up. I was in, I think it was Kansas City, and I didn't realize. I don't think I realized that Tech Nine was from Kansas City or in like St. Louis, Kansas City area. Jay, Jay says he wants to make pastrami. I failed at it. I haven't tried it again. I'll probably try again at some point. But gosh, woo, it was a whole lot of waiting for straight disappointment because I was definitely disappointed in that one. It was so salty. I took one bite and was like, I can't do anything with this. Like, oh, what am I doing with this? Like, this is bad. It's horrible. I couldn't even make soup out of it. I know, Jay. Being patient, waiting 7 to 14 days or however long it's gonna take. I did it one time, once. Yes. So John from no barbecue, no bull barbecue, or just no barbecue. So he did a 20 pounds of brisket pastrami last week. His pastrami looked great. I need to take some lessons. So when I talk to you, yeah, I need to find out what the process is for real. Kirk says he makes great pastrami. Well, sorry. That's like the time I try to make homemade beer. Well, Rick, you know what? That's a whole different animal. Bumpy. So, I, I, I like Jay. Okay, Jay's rapping barbecue, cause he's raw. Okay, and he's like grassroots barbecue. Like he's cooking for his family, and he says what he says what he's gonna say, and there's nothing wrong with that. I like Eric's barbecue more. I like Alton from the Dogfather's barbecue. Um, let's see who else. The problem is I try not to watch many people because like inevitably I watch a video and then a few weeks later I'm doing something and I'm cooking something similar and then I don't want to be labeled a copycat. So I find and this is one of the things, if you know anything about me and you spend any time watching anything but cooking videos on YouTube, I watch a lot more car related content on YouTube. Auto vloggers, drifters, mechanics. I watch a lot more of that stuff on YouTube than I do actual barbecue videos. One, because I kind of have a way I do my things, and if I see someone doing it a different way, I'm like, ah. Or some of my pet peeves, if I see someone seasoning meat, like they touch the meat with this hand, and then they pick up the seasoning and go like this. I stopped watching. I'm gonna be completely honest with you. There are other times and other things where if you are, how do I put this? There's a way to show something, and then there's a way to show something. There are some times when people are they want to show you every minute detail of their cook, and it's not necessary and it's boring. So if I'm not interested in watching what you have to do, then I don't watch. I could be completely honest with and transparent with you guys. There's a lot of people I do watch, and I can't remember everyone off the top of my head because I do watch a fair amount of barbecue videos, but I watch smaller channels more than I watch bigger channels. So yeah. Wow, he said he turned down A denim scotch sponsorship. That's what's up. I like Cuff and stuff. I don't know if he's still here. I like his videos. Again, I like smaller channels. I like seeing people grow. Once you kind of get established, get on your feet, then I kind of take a step back. Now I stay subscribed, but I will be completely honest. I do not watch every video. I find something and I like small channels. Beers and art, just like barbecue. I'm curing this Brian. Kirk, that's what's up, man. I do need some more butter, baby. I am tired. 4:30 came very early this morning, and it is now going on 11 o'clock. I am tapped out. Beer in the past. It is a skill. So you know what? Whatever channel the barbecue grill masters, the TV show, it's like all old episodes, and I'm like, I've seen them all before. Yeah, but that's funny. He's like, you must like Barbecue Grill Masters Empire. You have to like it. This is the channel you seek. Mm-hmm. Jack says I can always watch him roll smokes, like not smoke, but smokes as in cigarettes. Jack always hold on, time out, Jack. I said hi to you, but I didn't say hi to Betty. Betty, I apologize. I'm so sorry. Y'all popped in a little late. I didn't have my normal. Oh, Jack, Betty, how you guys doing? I didn't give you guys the attention you guys need. Like you guys are celebrities. Y'all been here for such a long time that I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Betty. Don't beat me up. Don't beat me up, Betty. All right, let's see. Happy if you watch mine and copied you. Aha! I see. I've been homebrewing for the last year. Amber ales are the best. Well, that's what's up. More salt, less time. I kind of agree with that. Macy ho, how you doing, man? Hey yo. Time Food Factory. I'm an amateur magician. Watch my left hand, not my right hand. Hand touching food and bottles. Dog. Oh my gosh. I can't take it. No problem, Bumpy. I mean, if I like what I see, I like what I see. But I can't guarantee that I'm gonna watch your videos. I just can't. Jay is funny. Wadia says hello. Just wanted to say thank you for the videos. They help a lot. Well, thank you very much, Mr. Wadia. I won't say I grew up, but I used to work with a girl named Wadia. Jay says don't sub to me. I gotta stay small so Dash can watch my videos. Out of order barbecue late, but here fantasy draft. Understand those bull. Don't worry about it. Mr. Hockey, thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. You know what? All of these live streams are draining, but they are fun. I really do have a good time telling stories and relating things to you guys. And, you know, being honest, I do be honest with you guys, and I tell you guys what it is and not how it should be. Our account with the Chebber, just and giggles. Jay, you should, okay? Only problem, and I'm telling you this from experience, if you do not do well, you will be upset. Like, upset. Sponsored by Pulls, being man, Sean Paul, turn it record go. What you should took. Wow. Well, you live and you learn, right? William was funny. He says he's got a new tablet and the autocorrect sucks. He doesn't even try to be funny anymore. Hey, Question J, thank you very much. Have a good one. No, Mr. Hawkins is leaving. As long as I can drink during the count, I'll be the winner in the end. You can definitely drink during the competition. Definitely drink during the competition. The last competition I was at, the guy who won was sauced, but he still won. So just kind of goes to show you. But he was sauced. Well, Question J, trust me, I am trying to hang in there to the end as well. There's only 5 minutes left. Would y'all be mad if I just like go to sleep in the last 5 minutes of the live stream? Man. Hey, Jay, dude, you ain't saying nothing but a word. Cause Jay said he trying to get sauced out there. Well, you go right ahead. I've gotten sauce on this live stream exactly one time. I vowed to never. Look, that's why I told you guys before, I had one drink. It was rather weak tonight too. But I had one drink. I have a one drink maximum. For that reason, I got sauce one night to the point where I deleted the live stream. Yeah. Len says, I've been watching for years. Appreciate all the content from cars to barbecue to growing food. Salud. Thank you very much, sir. I appreciate that. Really, I do. You know, it's funny. Somebody commented on a video from way back in the day when I was doing animations. Now we're talking 8. Shoot. We're talking 7, 8 years ago. This person commented on this video. And he's like, oh man, checking out some of Dash's old videos before he started uploading barbecue videos. And we were going back and forth commenting, talking about it. And it was like 1 o'clock in the morning on Sunday night it was 1 o'clock in the morning on Monday night prior to me having to get up and log in for work at 6 a.m. on Tuesday. I couldn't sleep that day. But yeah. Chicken fried barbecue, what's going on? Jay is hilarious. He said he's gonna go to a contest with a big trailer and just a small chipper. And a lot of people, he said that the look on people's faces, it would be priceless. Wait, what? Question J said there was a Twitch streamer that didn't know he started live streaming and went to sleep. What? You fall asleep with them braided and you're gonna need more than your man brushes straight to back out. Nah, they'll pop out rather easily. So let me show you. You said your man brush. You can pull them at the end to unravel it. All right. Or you take a comb or a brush. There you go. Though, hopefully, you guys will have to tell Alton that he asked about me braiding it up, and I did, and he didn't even comment nor see it. No, this isn't a gallon jug, thank goodness. This is a 3-cup jug. And, I can't drink a whole gallon of liquor. Grill Master Barbecue or Empire, you also have a great night. Well, that's what's up, Chicken Fried Barbecue. Glad to hear that you are doing well. If I show my face in videos, I'll have no eyes. He doesn't trust. He said he's sauced out. Big Rome, be easy. Thank you very much. Yes. All right. So we have hit the 2 hour mark, and I really want to say thank you. I know I say thank you a lot to you guys, but it really, he's got to save some room for H2O. You're right, Kurt. Yeah. Troy, I'm winding down and I am ready for bed. I'm ready to go to sleep. Really just want to take a moment and say thank you guys again for hanging out. If you haven't already, please hit that thumbs up button for me. I greatly appreciate it. It really does help the channel and it makes me feel really good about myself. Um, you mean herd or beard? First I see, well, chicken fried barbecue, that's what's up, man. At least you didn't come in dead ass last. Fridge and you have a cold beer like me. Yes, definitely, Jay. Been there before. Salute. Good night, everyone. All right, well, Jeff, thank you very much, man. I appreciate it. Jet to see you guys, all of you. Yes, that means you too. Definitely. You guys really do, I really do appreciate you hanging out and joining the live stream. It really, I mean, you could be anywhere in the world, but you're hanging out with me. I really do appreciate it. That fact is not lost on me, and I'm very appreciative that you do hang out with me. So Jack, Betty, have a great evening. Torgy, how you gonna come in here in like the last minute of the live stream like, hey everybody? Torgy, I know you probably have something else more important going on and hanging out with us. Let's jump off. Everyone have a great night and week. Take great care. New work breakfast sandwich video every weekend. Jay, I did see that. Yeah, that's dope. All right. Thank you, Cuff and Stuff. Handyman, I didn't even know you were here. Like, usually you say hi. Oh, yeah. Torgy said he just got the trailer secured for a smoker. Now, Torgy, okay? Look at me. I'm talking to you, Torgy. Look at me. Look at me. What's up with the videos, dog? What's up with the videos? What's going on with your smoker? Like, bruh, you started out great. You had the videos popping. You even did a live or two, and then nothing. Or maybe I'm just missing it. I could have just missed it. But I'm gonna give you grief. I'm gonna poke the bear just a little bit since you popped in here so late. I can do that. Thank you, William. Oh, sorry, Handyman. I completely missed it. And you, you know, I always say hi. Try to say hi. So here's the thing. If you ever pop in and I don't say hi in a timely fashion, say hi again. Torgy, what? All right, Torgy. Or else. Black room. Yep, Torgy, we gotta like do it, man. I like seeing other people. I don't know. I like little guys. I like the little channels. Cheers. How you doing, man? It's been a minute since you popped on too. No problem, Handy, man. I appreciate that. So, all right. Well, look, we've come to that point of the live stream where we are done. I am done. I'm going to go right to bed. I'm not going to collect $200. I'm not going to pass go. Thank you guys so very much again. And one last time, if you have not already, please hit that thumbs up button for me on the way out. I do greatly appreciate it, and it does greatly help my channel and also these videos. So thank you again, and I'm saying bye again. Jeff, deuces. Peace out.